He is the Tinfoil Chef, a man with a video love.
Hey YouTube, how's it going? Well, it's going cold. That's how it's going. I don't have to ask. I know it's going cold. Real cold. And that's because the storm that started yesterday finally ended early this evening. It started yesterday morning, sometime before dawn, and it finally came to an end a little bit earlier this evening, sometime a little bit after sunset, or around sunset. And the grand total around here locally, right where I'm at, is, now these are estimates based on what things look like, because I was not willing to take unnecessary risks. I'm estimating at least a half an inch to a full inch of ice on my driveway. Well, on the ground everywhere around here. And about anywhere from 2 to 4 inches of snow on top of that. It started with rain yesterday morning, and then it progressed to freezing rain, and then after the freezing rain it turned into sleet, and the sleet continued until late last night, and when it finally turned into snow, and the snow finally ended earlier this evening. And it's just been just a whole lot of fun, especially since what's really really aggravating is that I would have gone to the store to stock up on a few things in anticipation of the icy roads that are going to keep me home for several days, but I didn't have the wherewithal to do the store trip until Thursday morning. Well, I don't know what day it is, until yesterday morning when all that rain was falling, because my headlights were messed up with a couple of 3 months ago when that moron backed into my front end and smashed my headlights. I can't drive at night or in the rain, because when it's precipitating around here, if it's raining or snowing, and well, the local wisdom, and I quote, "If it's dark enough to need your wipers, then it's dark enough to need your headlights," unquote. I've actually heard people say that. And while the statement itself is fraught with wrong, the idea is actually true. The thing is that if you need your wipers, then you need your headlights. And you know, if conditions warrant you needing the wipers, then you need to have the headlights on. That's the way the law is written around here. And so, since my headlights are, well, so much garbage, one doesn't work and the other one points up into the trees, and I can't re-aim them because, well, I can't. I don't have the special tool required, and most of the headlight setup is going to have to be replaced. And then of course there's that piece of plastic or fiberglass or whatever that forms the basic front end of the car that partially helps hold all that stuff in place. It was destroyed, and I don't know where I'm going to get something like that for a 20-year-old car, or how much god-awful money it's going to cost. And also then there's the idea of having a mechanic in town do the job of getting the parts and replacing the headlights, so my ability to go out at night or in the rain is gone. And that also qualifies for snow too, by the way. You know, if it's raining, snowing, or dark, or any combination thereof, I don't go nowhere. And so with that rain coming in yesterday morning, my trip to the store that I had planned to do, I had every intent to do as early as I could yesterday, was squashed because, well, rain. Steady, constant rain. And that means don't go nowhere. And so the cupboards are actually quite bare, which I can live with, frankly. I can stand to lose a few pounds, you know, so that's not a big deal. But on the other hand, it can make you crazy too, knowing there's very little in there, makes you want to go and fix it all right now and eat it right away. Have you ever noticed that? It's true. Try it sometime. In any event, here's what it looked like this morning. It looks like a winter wonderland kind of scene, picture postcard stuff. But beneath this layer of snow that is still currently falling, by the way, is a treacherous layer of ice, just waiting to rip your balance out from under you and do its best to kill you. That's disgusting, and I am not setting foot out in it. And if you think that's fun, here's the same scene around noon or noonish. And here we are later in the morning. As a matter of fact, it's 10 minutes till noon, and the snow layer is getting noticeably deeper. I haven't actually gone so far as to go out far enough to check, but I'm guessing about 2 to 3 inches now. And you look down there and you see the street, and you can tell that there has been zero traffic down this road so far today, and I don't expect any until later on when the snow lets up and the plows and salt trucks start driving around. Actually, they probably are doing some of it out in the main drags and whatnot, but this little side street that I live on is going to be pretty low on the plowing priority, so it's going to take a while. And finally, we have the capper here this evening, just about an hour or so ago. And finally, here's the view down the driveway as the day is drawn to a close. And the snow has finally stopped falling. Again, I haven't been out there to check, but I'm guessing about according to the forecast, it was supposed to be anywhere from 2 to 6 inches of snow. I'm saying it looks like anywhere from 2 to 4 is what we've actually got. And you probably can't see the street down there, but from what I was able to tell a little while earlier before the sun set, there has been maybe 2 vehicles go down the street all day, one of them being the guy that delivers the mail. And so, that's all, folks. It's a cold winter night. Well, basically, simply put, there ain't gonna be no going anywhere, because with the ice on that driveway, start down that thing, I may not get back up for 3 weeks, or till however long it takes to cool off or warm up and thaw out. Anyway, temperature right now, we've got 23 degrees outside. I've got a forecast right here in front of me, and well, okay, over to one side, not in front of me. The overnight low tonight is forecast to be 3 degrees above 0 Fahrenheit, 3 degrees above the freezing point of water. No, freezing point of water is 32. 3 degrees above 0 Fahrenheit, okay? And the high tomorrow, 24 degrees with a low of 18. So, and the temperatures read like that throughout the remainder of the week. The overnight low does not reach freezing until next Friday, if the forecast holds as it is, which, as we all know, it never does. It always changes. And of course, that's going to be a day with freezing drizzle. So, it's cold. It's going to stay cold. My furnace is running quite a bit, even though I've got the thing turned back. I've dialed it back to 60 degrees because I want to stretch the propane as far as it goes, as it can go, because, hey, when it's gone, that's it. There ain't no more. That's going to be fun. Meanwhile, my live streaming efforts to raise funds for my brother's family who very desperately need it, that's going to be continuing sometime later this evening. I'm not exactly sure yet. And of course, with weather like this, there is always the threat of the possibility of losing internet connectivity, or worse yet, losing power. In this part of the state of Arkansas, there's like some reports I've seen indicate that 40 to 50,000 people are already without power, and there's no telling how much worse that's going to get or what. All we can do is hope that it doesn't get worse and that the power that has been out gets restored quickly, because it's not easy to stay warm when the power's off. Well, I see by the clock on the camera that I'm rambling on and on. So, I need to shut up and say thanks for watching. Take it easy. I'm out of here.
Here's the Tinfoil Chef.